Spring will be here soon, and so comes the thaw, which could potentially lead to a flooded basement. So today I'm going to show you how to make a flood alarm from a smoke alarm.
What?
So we've been having some crazy weather lately. Our winter has been more like spring. With all the rain and nowhere for it to go, we discovered how much our sump pump has to work, or at least it had to work overtime this year. The storm we had just recently, it was affecting our power, but I mean, we got a generator, so I mean, we're good, right?
What happens when the power goes out while we're sleeping?
Battery backups do exist for this purpose, but we don't have one, and nor is our pit big enough for 2 pumps. I mean, it's so tiny. It's just shoehorned in there. So until I get around to chipping and bashing it and making it bigger, I'm going to hook up an alarm that will scream when the water level comes up higher than the float level. This should hopefully wake us up and give us a fighting chance to prevent a flooded basement. So I'm going to do that with your simple run-of-the-mill 9-volt smoke alarm and a little bit of wire.
So obviously, the first thing we need to do is open her up. This here is your test button, and those 2 contact points will close the loop and send the signal to the speaker. So what we want to do is jump the terminals with our wires. I'll show you. So what we want is this terminal and that terminal. So what I'm going to do is just lift it up a little bit and take this guy and just sort of make a little bit of space underneath it.
So you could use speaker wire or just your regular 16 gauge wire.
So what I've done here is I just jammed the white wire underneath that one terminal and then just twisted it around the other one, just making sure they're not touching. Ideally, if you have a soldering iron, I would solder them. I don't have one.
So now we're going to open up our 9-volt battery and do a little test run. See if this actually works. So water is a conductor, so water will close the circuit between these 2 wires. So if we dip these in water to mimic the water levels getting up to dangerous levels, we'll just dip these in there. Works. It works.
Okay, so now I want to set my wires somewhere just a little bit higher than where the float gets. You can sort of see right now, I mean, the water's lower right now than it normally is or was. But you can see, I don't know if you can see that. You can see the kind of the water level line on the pump. We kind of want to put our wires just slightly above that. That should buy us some time to wake up, put some slippers on, get out, get the generator hooked up, and then the pump can start working again. So what I'm going to do is just put the wires just above this rubber Fernco fitting here. I can't put it below it because it gets a little too close, and I can't put it right on this clamp because that'll keep the circuit closed and the alarm will go off all the time. So I'm just going to put them up here.
And there you have it, folks. A quick and dirty solution to a potentially horrible situation. This is obviously something you don't want to rely on for long term, but I mean, in a pinch, it's definitely going to get you by. And in our case, it's going to serve its purpose until we can come up with a better solution for it, whether a battery backup or a power station.
And I know all the electricians are probably throwing up in their mouth right now watching this, but again, this is just temporary, right? If you liked this video and it was helpful to you, you know what to do. You know, I don't need to tell you to hit the subscribe button or the like button or hit the little bell. I don't need to do that because you know what to do. You got this.